Hi everyone, welcome back. Let me see today's painting, a beautiful Misty Autumn Stream Forest, the full version step-by-step tutorial, and going to create a sense of depth and realism in substill and sharing techniques for adding like fallen leaves, water edges and highlighting. These small happy details bring the sense to life. First of all, moistening my palette here and squeeze Cobalt Blue, Vermilion Hue, Permanent Yellow Deep, Lemon Yellow, Sap Green, Permanent Green Light, Burnt Umber, Black and White. Now, I am picking some titanium white, little cobalt blue and very little black, mixing well and start this acrylic color for the sky background. Just I am leaving the strokes flow naturally and loosely brushes from the top little by little come downwards. Leave here little more titanium white glowing to the sky part. This little bluish grey of our sky misting in the distant forest. I am mentioning stream 2 here. Now adding cobalt blue, sap green, little vermilion hue with the previous color, mixing of the color combination, needing a strong contrast and laying down the darker color. I am just creating a blend through a tape just like this and just to do a soft blend, keep tapping this kind of way directly on the canvas deeper on the value both extreme. Here we are creating our transition. I am bringing out this kind of dark pigment extreme both sides of the canvas out here and there, and this indicating because this is misty scene in the autumn forest, really making and want this edges dark. Just little more pigment, yellow deep mixing with the previous color and want to keep it little lighter, taping closer to near this color. And needing materials 10 by 12 canvas board, brushes flat 16, round brush 10, 6 shorthand, long bristles linear brush for making tiny branches, angle brush long hand 14, fan brush 8. Next adding yellow with the previous color, come forward like this around both sides of the previous color near like this. Once finished applying the colors, now we are doing a lot of little tapes around this color should be merged. Next step, going to marker land both sides with the canvas. Picking burnt umber, black, sap green, cobalt blue, vermilion hue, yellow deep mixing well and the darker shade, this darker color for the base of the tree and base of the land. Later, we will be going to highlighting the tree and land. We are getting darker and darker just to do a little bit of blend along the both side, darker background underneath. Next step, going to make distance tree only in this center because the stream water coming from somewhere. So center I am adding and detailing, tapping vermilion hue and orange step by step. Titanium white apply near underneath of this distant tree. Make this quite bright with white because light is hitting directly here in the water. Next, adding little cobalt blue, then adding little more cobalt blue extreme bottom of this canvas for less light hitting and deep. Make the horizontal marking to the blend, the horizontal strokes, the directions of the water. Just grab little black and burnt umber, mixing with the previous color by using round brush size 6 to create the multiple thinner trunk of the tree both sides. Gently drag the brush vertically to create the trunk. Make some trunk little darker too. Drag the brush gently, add some thinner branches too. Just this drag for a minute. Now I am taking stiff bristled fan brush and just keep and holding the brush vertically. Grab some permanent yellow dip with one edge of this bristles. Gently tape this into create a distance foliage. Not a sharp detail, just stay this part light and subtle. Little some tape up in the trees, just moving that other side too. Next, coming to the vermilion hue and do lots of little bits of foliage. We can add it here too. Here looking beautiful red and orange trees. Now I am using the same fan brush, opposite edge load some sap green and creating lots of little bits of foliage. We are building it on top of our previously applied green. It's all quite subtle right now. Then load with light green, overdo on the sap green. Next mixing yellow with green for the highlighting. Adding little more yellow tape on it like this. Then adding extra value into our trees. Grab some green and adding some grass effect both sides of the land. Just extreme near the edge of the land and water meet this area. Then making some little bit of green leaves floating on the water too. The same way we grab some vermilion hue and deep yellow. Just make little bit of grass and leaves on the land and floating on the water too. Because of this great fallen piece. Next step, making trunk of this greenish tree and making another one big tree here too. Using angle brush size 4, grab little black, some vermilion hue and some burnt umber. Mixing with the previous color, just start and drag the brush gently downwards to make thicker trunk of the tree. Just keeping the same color, make the shadow both side of the land and water body meet the area. Go this kind of way. Just creating thicker and thinner branches vary the direction, making the tree trunk look more grounded and a solidity with a bit darker right here. I am using here round brush size 6 to create thinner branches and extend the bottom of the tree trunk both side little border. Now here both sides of the water body extreme bottom to create more shadow and depth in the substill. Grab little cobalt blue and sap green, mix well and drag the paint straight down, giving this kind of tape for the shadow. Add little bit of grass and the reflections in the water body to head on over the other side too. Now going to highlighting the tree trunk, grab some white paint mix with the previous color and holding the brush vertically to create this kind of way, just to create the short vertical strokes making this side. Now I am coming to the big tree. For this highlighting, just pull inwards like this, and the same highlighting give to all the thicker and thinner branches too. Now adding foliage on this big tree too. Grab Vermilion Hue first, then add little bit of foliage top of here. And adding some select branches to add it like this. Just to coop up some thick paint for this step. Apply it a little thicker right on this. Adding yellow also around like this, just going this way as I am doing. I am applying foliage to this a little differently. For this textured tree foliage, I am not moistening my fan press, gently tapping the canvas to suggest the texture of these leaves. Keep your pressure very lightly. Bit more of this shade and this area and lightly scrubbing the paint almost like dry brush technique. Handling the brush, just the canvas edge of the bristles and tapping very lightly so the strokes stay broken and textured. Elevate this grass area, adding with orange and yellow a little more. Can also start brushing in a little bit of orange tone. This will give the grass that autumn feel. Now I am using round brush size 6. Grab some burnt umber, mix with a little black for the color combination, and just to create this darkened shade, left side of the trunk, gently drag it downwards. The same way, I am coming here to make more shadows at the depth of this, head on over to the other side too. We will work that out from highlighting to the shadow, just coming this kind of short horizontal strokes both side of the bottom of the canvas. Using long bristle linear brush and dip with dark shade, and I am giving the more tiny branches here. Now dip some light bluish grey color to stay light and subtle here. Make a smaller tape, scatter a few tiny glints of lights. Just making tiny taps here and there for the sunlight in between the foliage in subtle. So add some openings towards the foliage, the top in real and gentle, the openings in the trees. Finally creating falling autumn leaves in the air, grab little scoop up lemon yellow to create effect of falling leaves drifting through the air. It's on the land and water body too. Create some bunch of leaves on the water body too. Just leave free hand with short irregularly flicking strokes, leaves floating down in the air. Next step, I am going to create the shadow of the leaves on the water using angle brush. Load with grey. Just make a shadows underneath of all the leaves. I am going to connect this kind of shadow underneath the leaves as you can see. Now both side highlighting the water on the water body too. We are going to head down in the water, going to make a very lighter for this highlighting and going to go all the way other side too, making the brighter look, just creating their horizontal tape. Bring back and forth stroke. This horizontal marking closer inward create some depth and multiple value for this water body. Come up this kind of way. I am using rounder size 6. Grab little bit of more of this lighter shade. Make this area little bit brighter. Little horizontal marks towards like this.